most Iowans live in houses like these, or these. But the truth is, big decisions that shape our lives every day are made for us in houses like this, and this. Now, families in homes all over Iowa are hurting. I'm tired of watching them get beat up. I set out to listen to the real Iowa, to Iowans who feel ignored and left out, who fight to make it every day in an economy that's rigged for the billionaires and the bosses. Hardworking people who try to get ahead, but keep getting left behind.
I want to be able to make ends meet on my own. I went to college, I have a degree, and I want to get to a better point where I'm able to actually support my family on my own without having to turn to my dad.
I met people working 2 and 3 low-wage jobs who still struggle to pay their bills.
I don't see how anyone can make it under $10 an hour right now and have any type of life, really. And I'm single, male, no children, no anything, and I can barely make it at the 10-10 rate.
We need to, in my opinion, at least for educators, keep up with the cost of inflation for Iowa teachers. Every year I ask my wife, do I need to go stretch myself out and get a part-time job somewhere? Do I need to consider getting out of education because I can no longer afford to take care of my family?
Right now I have health care and it's great, but my pay isn't very good, so it's a trade-off. So I'm kind of working for my health right now,
I've heard stories of life and death decisions being made based on someone's ability to pay their hospital bill.
So I had a patient that rolled through the ER. He says, I need to know what I owe this hospital because I have no insurance. So I quickly took that memo down to the business department. They came up, talked to him, gave him the amount, and he says, I need to have that breathing tube removed. I cannot pay the bill. I really don't know if he's dead or alive.
And I've listened to brave women tell their stories of fighting to keep Planned Parenthood clinics open and affordable health care in their towns.
This is where I came when I found out I was pregnant. This building is where I found out I was pregnant, where I found out I was going to be a mom. And I know there's lots of women with the same experience of being taken care of here. And it's horrible to know that that resource has been taken away.
I was sexually assaulted a few years ago, and I don't want to go to a different doctor. This was my doctor.
Neighbors across Iowa are fighting for family farms and clean water.
And I want to see a new Homestead Act for the state of Iowa to repopulate our rural areas. That would be the goal.
But what we need to do is get the industrial factor under control. We need to bring that back more to a family farm-oriented, small farm situation as opposed to large industrial complexes.
But nothing has changed as far as the growth of factory farms and what they're doing to our water. And so to, intentionally pollute the very water that you need for your home and your family is just wrong. Why would anyone do that?
Iowans reminded me how good things can be when we're united together, and inspired me with their hopes for a better future.
I worked for a company for almost 30 years where, as a union employee, our health care was a bargain for item in our contract. We never really considered health care as a problem because it was always available to us.
I think everybody in Iowa should be allowed to have that same peace of mind and be able to get care with no questions asked.
$15 an hour it's enough of a raise that I'd be able to start putting some money aside.
Well, $1.50 more an hour to me is huge, That's like, that's groceries, that's it's a car payment.
I want to be self-sufficient. I want my daughter to have access to quality education. I want to be healthy. I want her to be healthy. And so it's really important to me that we kind of address the needs of Iowans like myself, so that we can be self-sustaining individuals and we can have a positive impact on Iowa.
We can get Iowa back on track, but it'll take all of us together, organizing and building a movement, house by house, block by block, town by town. Stepping up for a bold, progressive future, never backing down to the lobbyists and the CEOs, demanding that working people like us have a seat at the table. I've listened to Iowa, to my friends and neighbors, my fellow workers, my union brothers and sisters, our young people and our retirees, to teachers, nurses, farmers. You've told me your fears, you've shared your dreams. You've always made me feel at home. I'm all in for a better future for Iowa. I'd be honored to be your governor. This is our time. Let's rise up together.